Everyone knows that October is Breast Cancer Awareness Month. We see pink everywhere. Football players, buildings, clothes, grocery stores. But did you know that the month before that, September, is Childhood Cancer Awareness Month? Do you know what color represents that? Gold. We should be seeing gold everywhere. Because in order for our children to grow up to help save the tatas in October, we need to save the children first. Children with cancer miss many firsts. In honor of that, I just did a first for me. I just did my first couched 5K workout. I'm doing this for me and in honor of all the firsts that were lost by those kids with cancer. In memory of Billy Missick, Brad Remus, Pat Freund, Russell Witek, Amber Dugan, Heather Oney, Aaron Fitzgerald, Jim Sweeney, Sydney, Donna, and in honor of Megan Thies, Jenna Snyder, Crystal Snyder, Nicole, Grace, T. Michaela. After you listen to this message, please donate to a Childhood Cancer Research Foundation. I'm challenging you to perform a first for yourself, just like I performed a first for myself. Then go ahead and nominate someone else to do their first. And please share this on Facebook. Feel free to tag me so I can see them all. Keep it legal. Have you ever been on a roller coaster, hula hooped, jumped rope, rode a bike as an adult, got a pie in the face? Be creative and think of a first for you in honor or memory of the children battling this horrible disease. I know the message is longish, but there are some amazing facts in there and some very personal. Did you know that 1 in 300 children will be diagnosed with cancer by the age of 20? In my high school alone, that's an average of 7 to 10 kids. That's already happened. Out of those children, 25% of them will die. And the ones that do survive will most likely have lifelong disabilities, including secondary cancers, permanent immune system problems, endocrine issues, learning and reading disabilities, physical disabilities, growth deficiencies, infertility, heart problems, social difficulties, and work problems. These lead to isolation and depression. Because the average age of a child with cancer dies at the age of 8, they lose countless firsts. My daughter missed her first day of kindergarten. Instead, her firsts were brain surgery, chemotherapy, radiation, a blood transfusion, a blood infection that led to meningitis and near death, lumbar punctures, and so on. She was robbed of many firsts in the last 12 years, even though she survived, and some she will never be able to do. In our high school right now, there is a girl who has missed many firsts due to her cancer, and she was diagnosed in high school. While some of our students were attending their first day of school as a senior, cheering in their first back-to-school assembly in the senior section, followed by the senior portrait, the first senior section football game, and many other senior privileges, she was in the hospital fighting for her life, and still is. Not due to the cancer, but mostly due to its treatments that is meant to cure her. This is not acceptable. I've also watched many of our students die from this horrible disease, and watched their families be devastated beyond any words that can be spoken or felt by us, survivor moms, or parents with healthy children. Of all the children I have come to meet along our childhood cancer journey, most did not make it. Very few have lived. And the ones that lived, they will never be the same again. They were robbed of many firsts, and a good part of their childhood or a chance of normalcy. So while you are out enjoying the day, please remember that September is Childhood Cancer Awareness Month and donate to one of the charities that specifically helps pediatric research. The adult foundations give as little as 1 to 4% of their money raised to fund childhood cancer research. That includes our government. You see, because there are more adults with cancer than children, the drug companies don't find it profitable, and it's too risky. Even though childhood cancers are different than adult cancers and require different medications to treat it. Childhood cancers also remain a mystery, while some adult cancers can be prevented by lifestyle choice. Our children weren't given that choice. We simply need to step up and help fund childhood cancer research and get our government to do the same. If you can't donate tonight, write your congressman. Share this post. Make it personal about someone you know or knew who had this horrible disease. Children usually don't have a voice to speak up for what they are going through, and their caregivers are usually too busy and tired of taking care of the sick child, and most simply lost the money to donate to the research. I know, we lost our home and everything we own trying to keep up with our medical expenses that still plague us 12 years later. My daughter's shots are $3,000 a month alone, and she's healthy right now. The neuropsych testing she underwent was over $7,000. This does not include other medications, therapies, and doctor visits of being a survivor. I know we are the lucky ones whose child is alive, but it comes at a huge cost emotionally, physically, and monetarily. I hope I'm speaking for all the families I know who have lost their loved ones when I say that the current treatment, or lack thereof, is not acceptable. Here are some suggested pediatric foundations that give directly to childhood cancer research: St. Baldrick's, Alex's Lemonade Stand, Cure Search, Bare Necessities. So I'm begging you, please go out, do a first, videotape it, put it on Facebook. Kind of like the ALS Bucket Challenge, which raised millions and millions of dollars that never would have been raised. This is September, Childhood Cancer Awareness Month. Let's make it matter. Go gold.